Let's start with quarterback. Geoff, whose salary is very enticing to you?
Yeah, to me, I mean, just looking at the slate, obviously, first kind of look, I like going back to Russell Wilson here. I mean, this is a player who obviously we know just from his career. I mean, very, very productive, very efficient passer, 6,400. He's still very affordable. And I mean, look, we had to give a little bit of a break to Russ after coming back from that hand thing. He obviously wasn't quite 100% right off the bat, but looked pretty efficient in his last couple starts. And I think realistically, that's the way you attack the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, obviously the Rams are pretty big, solid favorites here. People expecting them to get out to a big lead, but the Seahawks aren't really that great a running team. And if they're behind, it just is going to be Russell Wilson probably passing the ball above his season averages. I think Russell Wilson down the stretch is a player you're going to be able to ride because again, I mean, I think he's trying to set the stage potentially for maybe a little bit of movement in free agency in the offseason. So I think the Seahawks passing game is potentially in a good spot for some extra volume this week. And I think Russell Wilson, 6,400, very affordable.
All right, Reid, what do you think? We got Geoff going with a little bit of a value play at quarterback.
Yeah, a little bit of a revenge game. This is where he hurt his finger, was against the Rams and Aaron Donald's, his helmet, I believe it was. And look, he only had 16 attempts that game, 10.8. So maybe he goes back and he wants to beat a division rival in the Rams. Rams are getting healthier, but I'm surprised Geoff didn't go to Jalen Hurts, 6,600. I feel like he's someone that needs to be rostered. It's a smaller slate. We have some games on Saturday. We don't have the Justin Herberts, Patrick Mahomes. We don't have any of these guys. And so I think Hurts is definitely there at 6,600. Washington doesn't have a pass rush, right? And we saw, and I wish Pierce was on this show because I told these two numbskulls that the Dallas Cowboys were going to absolutely throttle Washington. And the last 5 minutes of the game, that made it a lot closer than it was. But Dallas was completely in control of that game. I think Prescott obviously also deserves some look, but Jalen Hurts at 6,600, I think you got to go there.
All right, Matt, where do you got to go at quarterback?
So this week could change a lot because we do have a bunch of quarterbacks who are dealing with injuries. Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, even Jalen Hurts. So things may change. Right now, the cheap guys that I think make sense are Davis Mills and Trevor Lawrence. That game, I do think people are going to target it pretty heavily. So I'll start by saying these guys are underpriced in the low 5,000s. This Houston-Jacksonville game could go any number of ways. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on, especially with Jacksonville. So to just give a pick that is different from this, I think the guy with the most upside that's cheap is Jimmy Garoppolo at 5,800. If Atlanta can keep pace, the Niners have such a good matchup against this bad Falcons defense. So there's a chance the Niners just blow them out. But if this game does stay close, I think Garoppolo has the best chance to hit a huge upside for someone who doesn't cost that much.